I told my AD, there's no way I make enough money to do this. I mean that kiddingly. I got overpaid today. I didn't do a really good job. I know you won't believe this, but we tried to miss the free throw. We did not try to foul. We were going to foul if, we used all our timeouts. I know Tom's under, scrutiny here, but I'm supposed to be a good coach. I didn't do a very good job down the stretch, and that's happened a couple times this year. I thought they did a marvelous job down the stretch and fouling and trapping and the things they did, making shots. I guess I look at it like I got out-coached, we got outplayed down the stretch, but we've been unlucky a lot this year, and maybe luck came to our side for once. So I think we deserved to win because we played pretty well most of the second half, but some of my key guys really struggled today. I mean, my best players were, and Elvin Ellis played well, and Trav made 8 of 9 free throws. I mean, that's, we celebrate that around here. And, we just got to find ways to be sharper down the stretch. But if you miss free throws, what are you going to do? So, question.
Can you talk about what you got out of Alvin and Marvin today? Obviously, had to play.
Marv played good, but he played some of those open threes. We were switching with guys that never done it before, and it was a stressful time on the court. I mean, we had lineups in there when Trice and Tom were in foul trouble that it was a stressful time, and I guess they did a pretty good job, but we got to get more disciplined. I told them we got to play hard, we got to play good, and we got to play smart. We played harder in the second half. I didn't think we played quite good enough, and I didn't think we played very smart, and that falls on me. So I thought they did a much better job on that stretch than we did.
What did it take for Marvin plus minus to be in the plus in terms of he had 13 points, 6 for 7, and a big steal, 5 boards? Is that enough? Or what he gives up on the other end to put him in the plus?
Now when Brian is in the, you got to have people that defend to win in this league, and we got a lot of guys right now that defend at moments and then don't defend at moments, and some of the switching was so simple to me, and we just did such a poor job of it. But when we came back after that Purdue game, I came in the next day thinking PJ was playing, no doubt. And then we really had some incredible travel screw-ups, and so we just didn't get any time. And we tried to have a 7 o'clock practice. We're going to have another one down here to go over some of the things that they do, because they're as good at doing things offensively as any team we've played. So I got, I can't blame it all on them. I didn't do a good enough job. I'm telling you that right now. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will improve that by next week.
At what point did you realize Brandon wasn't going to play today?
Yesterday, I was 99% sure, and then he talked about trying it today, and doctors wouldn't let him. It's not that his test scores were that bad, it just had the progression that they want to see. He didn't do anything yesterday he needed to, so I knew coming in here that he wasn't going to play 99%, and I knew this morning it was 100.
So what's he looking like moving forward then?
I don't know. It's Mariucci's fault. It's the NBA's fault. I mean, or NFL's fault. I mean, the concussion thing. Please. I gotta watch what I say here, because everybody tweets something different, screws something up, as my guys know. But because of this surge of the NFL, which have 300-pound guys going 30 miles an hour hitting each other for 60 minutes. If people get bumps, I just think we've gone too far to the left, and so I think doctors are paranoid, trainers are paranoid, players are paranoid, and I must have 100 concussions in my day if and so I don't know. This is one thing. I don't even say hi. I don't even say hi to the doctor. I said, just tell me what he's doing, because this stuff blows me away, to be honest with you. But after watching our women's team and what's happened there, I have no idea. I have none. I hate to say it, because you guys know I don't lie to you about injuries. I have no idea.
You don't have to be happy about everything that happened today, but without Dawson, Was that perhaps your guttiest performance, Tom, by this team today, that you've been looking for some toughness and guts?
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, they played hard, man. Indiana played really hard, and, you know, I don't know why Williams just doesn't play well against us, because that kid's been playing so hard. I mean, I've been so impressed. I said since our game, I watch him, and playing so hard. He rebounds, he dunks, he could cut. And we did a pretty good job on those baseline cuts. That's the one thing we put much time on. We told them before they went to bed last night, you know, sleep on baseline cuts, baseline cuts, baseline cuts. We did a pretty good job on that. But, you know, I feel good about the win, guys. I just do the things we did at the end. I mean, can you imagine? He made the free throw. I mean, unbelievable. We haven't made a free throw all year. You know, we could have used that in 5 games and we'd have 5 more wins. Unbelievable.
So you had Trace made the second, you in the huddle had talked about fouling with 4.4.
Yes.
Up 3. So the Valentine foul.
I gave in to you guys.
Yeah.
But, and honestly, you were right in this case. And even, you know, to show you how crazy it is, though, just so you know, Tom is a pretty smart kid. We were fouling on the first one. When the ball went on the floor, once we came off the ball screen on the first one, we were fouling. And he didn't foul. And then he fouled when it was a scrum, which almost ended up a shot. I mean, so you wonder why it's harder than you think. It's harder than you think. And, but boy, I'm going to have an interesting flight home because, you know, I'll get half the people that are telling me I should have done it and half's not. And your poor Gus on the radio says, did you ever give any thought to missing that free throw? I gave him a jet heat to go, Gus, you got a wonderful sense for the obvious. And yes, I did, my man.
Tom, what do you say as a basketball coach? What do you say to a guy like Yogi who probably could have put the game in overtime but missed it?
I told him what I said to him. I said, you've had a hell of a year. You've been one of the greatest players in this conference. I love your energy. I love the way you play. I mean, you know, Tom Crane takes some abuse here. If there's a team that plays harder than his, you know, I don't know who it is. I mean, those guys come off those screens and those cuts. They cut harder than any team I've ever played, Princeton, anybody. And Yogi is the master at it. And he's hard to guard. We guarded him with a tribe, you know. And, yeah, I felt sorry for him, but how many did he have? I mean, you know, how many points did Yogi have? 21, 20. You know, somewhere there's a Spartan god up there that says they deserved 1 this year. And I guess maybe that was it. He didn't deserve the loss, but maybe we deserved the win. We've lost so many games at the free throw line. And they still shot, what, 75% from the line. And you feel for the kid. I really do. I love that kid. I think he's a hell of a player, and I think he's a competitive guy. He's good for our league. I really do.
Tom, were you surprised Cream didn't go out of the zone?
You know, he knows his team defensively. You know, what I was surprised at that he out-coached me on was that he didn't foul a lot at the end. He ran those traps on the sidelines. He did a hell of a job on that. God, he turned us over twice on that. It's just ridiculous. He did a great job. You know, when he worked for me, we used to be very good at free throw line situations. And now when you don't have as many guys on the line, you don't do it as well. But he got a couple of those. He got the one big one in the first half when they got a 3 out of it. So he does all the little things right. And yet at the end of the day, someone's got to make a shot. Someone's got to make a layup. And, you know, we made one more than they did.
What's the significance of getting the 3 seed now? You always save the extra day for Dawson, but just for the team.
Yeah, for Dawson, but we had the extra day for Izzo. I mean, we got to practice. You know, we've gone through a hell of a stretch here too. I mean, I don't know how many games we've played in the last 12, 13 games.
Yeah, no days off.
We've had no days off. It's been brutal. And we really, I mean, we got spring break. We need to practice. I mean, I got to get Marvin, Elvin, those guys. I mean, Kobe's never had a rep on the first group. He's on the scout team every day, you know. It hurt us. I mean, our zone offense, we weren't very sharp. We didn't do the things we do. Trav and Zell struggled, and he's been very consistent for us. So, Good news is we got some guys, some experience. If we get Brandon back, I know Zell will play better, just like I knew Travis started making some free throws. And I think for the most part, you know, we defended decent. That's a hard team to defend.
Tom, how do you think Coach Crean has evolved since you had
You know,
him?
I'll tell you something, and I mean this to all the writers here. You know, we're friends, great, you know, and you know, always suck up for your friends, but I'm so tired of people. You know, sooner or later the players got to have some onus on them too. When that stuff happens at the beginning of the year, we lost the kid in August. That would have made this team really, really good. When you have incidents that happen that are completely out of your hands, that distraction is incredible. And man, I talked him off the ledge then. I mean, I couldn't believe how positive. I talked to him every night in the hospital. I mean, there were just things. I mean, sometimes these kids, they do not understand that, okay, my bad, that's in the playground. You can't be my bad at this level and compete at this level for championships. My bad doesn't make it. And, you know, everybody, you know, is the program out of control? Let me tell you something, all of you. My writers know it. My program had problems a few years ago, too. And as you look on the ticker, there's a lot of really good programs that have. Some keep them down a little more than others. Sooner or later, they come up. And, you know, players, this is a family situation. The coaches, the players, and to make it work, you got to be like the Spurs. Everybody's got to be on board. And, you know, I look back at who he lost and who he missed, and, you know, who left early. You know, Vonleh was a good player. I'm not sure anybody else thought he'd be one and done, maybe two and done. How do you recruit to that? You know, I read articles where people say, well, don't over-recruit. Well, I didn't over-recruit. I'm missing some players right now. I mean, we're not a real talented team. So it's very difficult. I think he's a great recruiter. I think he's a great X's and O coach. I think he gets misread sometimes for a variety of reasons. Some he's got to home up to and some that he doesn't. But you can't have distractions and be successful at this level if you care. You know, my kid doesn't go to class. I mean, we had a bus here because I wouldn't let my guys out of class at 2:30 in the afternoon, so we could have flown in earlier. So we had practice at 6:30 in the morning. You know, does the NCAA, does anybody care about student welfare there? They're getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, you know, or when he's in the hospital talking to me for 3 days, not even hardly leaving there. Nobody knows those things. And am I a little frustrated with it? Yeah, I am. Do I think he's a hell of a coach? Yes, I do. Do I think he's got to make adjustments just like I do and everybody else? Probably. But I'm telling you, the guy can coach and the guy can recruit. And he built my program. He helped me build my program. My program wouldn't be as good as it is if it wasn't for Tom Crean. I mean that. I really do.
Tom,
Two more guys.
With Alvin, does it help him to just kind of get into a game, get some extended minutes, and kind of get some connections and flow?
That's a beautiful question, and I'm going to give you a bad answer. Practice, off-season, all those things earn people the right to play in games. And then if they play in games, you know, yes, they get some confidence in this and that. Elvin Ellis should be ahead of where he's at. Sooner or later, you know, we've been on him. Family's been on him. Good kid. But again, who makes this as important as we... Hell, you guys make it more important than sometimes, and players. And that's, you know, so Elvin did a good job. But Elvin, Mike Garland said it best, you know, if you'd work harder and harder and harder in the offseason, you'd be better and better and better. And so I'm appreciative of Elvin, but he got what he deserved, and that's the minutes he got. And today he got a chance. To his credit, the last couple of weeks he's been playing better, and today he was a very important part of us winning.
Tom, I know Indiana's not their strength, but are you surprised you were able to do what you did in the offensive glass without Dawson in this game?
Yeah, but, you know, Indiana's not all that big, and yet they've been rebounding. You know, I got to look. I didn't know. I still say the guy that I struggle. Troy Williams has been so good on film. I mean, he's always around the boards, he's always back cutting, he's always rebounding. I mean, he had 14 in one game. For some reason, he just didn't play well, and that was, I think, the difference in the boards. I mean, we only out-rebounded him by 5, but we did get 15 offensive, and that was big.
Anything else, guys?
Well, Tom, just real fast on
Yeah,
on
go
the
ahead.
streak. I think it's probably safe to go ahead and,
Never know.
well,
But
maybe
yeah,
not, but-
I'd have to agree with you. You know, it's probably, I mean, I cherish the Final Four run with the seniors. That was semi-unrealistic. If Bobby Knight didn't do it, and, you know, Mike Krzyzewski didn't do it, Tom Izzo probably wasn't going to do that one. But this one is semi-more obtainable than it means that you've had some incredible consistency, because we've had injuries, we've had problems over the years, like everybody else, and we've never fallen off the map. We've been hanging by our fingernails a couple times, but we've never fallen off the map. And I think that that's a big, it's probably the thing I'm proudest of all the things, the graduation rates and the program and this and that, but being able to be consistently at a level that is considered a high level, I think is, man, if I dreamed 20 years ago where I put the program, that would supersede all my dreams.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.